Good evening, everyone. Stories in English in beginner level. A Little Princess, Part 3, Chapter 5. وقتتون بخیر. شاهزاده خانم کوچک، کوچولو. قسمت سوم، ما دو قسمت رو قبلا خوندیم. Chapter 5. We heard that Sarah went to a school by his father to study in England, and his father got back to India. She lived there for a couple of months till his father got involved in a deal about a diamond mine, and he got totally broke. Then he died. Sarah's life kind of changed, and the school manager, accepted her as a waitress, as a worker to help her in a school. Now, we learned that there is a Indian in school's neighborhood who is looking for Sarah, and they didn't meet yet. Let's see what will happen in the rest of the story. Chapter 5, The Magic. خب طبق معمول من سعی میکنم تا اونجایی که ممکنه ترجمه نکنم. اون قسمت هایی که خود ممکنه سخت باشه برای اونایی که تو سطح بیسیکن، البته اونا رو یه بخش رو ترجمه میکنم. Chapter 5, The Magic. One night, a week later, Ermengarde got quietly out of bed and went upstairs to the attic. Ermengarde رفت به اتاق زیر شیروانی. Sarah was not there, so Ermengarde sat on the bed and waited. At 10 o'clock, Sarah came slowly up the stairs and into the room. Ermengarde looked at her. "Oh, Sarah," she cried. "Are you ill, مریضی? Your face is white, and you look so tired." So plus adjective, so به علاوه صفت، یعنی اقراق تو اون صفت. You look so tired. خیلی خسته به نظر میرسی. It was a hard day, Amy, said Sarah. She sat down, نشست. Miss Minchin was angry with cook. ما میگیم از آشپز عصبانی بود. They say angry with cook. Then cook was angry with us. انگلیسی رو انگلیسی حرف زدن یعنی شما اگر فارسی رو کلمه کلمه ترجمه بکنید بگید was angry than cook. But they say was angry with cook. یا اگه یه موضوعی باشه with was angry about something. Becky and I had no dinner and no tea. نه شام خوردیم نه چای. Does that happen often? خیلی اتفاق میفته؟ said Ermengarde unhappily. You never told me. هیچ وقت بهم نگفتی. Are you hungry now? Sarah looked at her. Not looked to her. بهش نگاه کرد. نمیگه looked to her. میگه looked at her. Yes. اینا معجزه ریدینگه. اینا دلیل اینه که من اصرار میکنم بخونید گوش کنید. فارسی رو ترجمه نکنید به انگلیسی. انگلیسی فکر کنید و انگلیسی حرف بزنید. اینا تا وقتی که داستان نخونید، هر روز داستان نخونید، شعاره. هیچ وقت نمیتونید انگلیسی حرف بزنید و انگلیسی فکر کنید مگر اینکه داستان بخونید. و حتی انیمیشن و فیلم هم انقدر کار نمیکنه، چون این مدام دیده میشه و تو ذهنتون تکرار میشه. I would like to eat you. I would like, I want. Ermengarde jumped up. پرید بالا. Sarah, she cried. فریاد زد سارا. I had a box of things from home today. یه جعبه چیزایی از خونه دارم. There is a big cake in it. I'm going to get it. میرم بیارمش. قصد دارم بیارمش. Now, you and Becky can eat it all. Soon Ermengarde was back. The three girls sat on Sarah's bed, and there were some happy smiles when Ermengarde opened her box and took out the cake. در جعبه رو باز کرد و کیک رو بیرون آورد. Oh, miss. Look at that, said Becky. You are kind, Ermi, said Sarah. She laughed. It's magic. این یه جادوه. معجزه است. You know, when things are very bad, وقتی همه چی بده, something nice always happens. یه چیز خوب همیشه اتفاق میفته. Here we are, having a party. اینم از ما. مهمونی داریم. Ermengarde gave Sarah and Becky some cake, and they began to eat. Suddenly they stopped. There was a noise of feet on the stairs. They listened. Oh no. صدای پا اومد رو پله ها. Oh no, whispered Becky. Becky زمزمه کرد. It's Miss Minchin. خانم مینچینه. Yes, said Sarah. Her face was white again. Then the door opened and Miss Minchin came in. So, Lavinia was right, she said angrily. Tea with Princess Sarah. چای با شاهزاده خانم سارا. Becky, get back to your attic at once. همین الان. At once. At the moment. Immediately. سریع. همین الان برگرد توی اتاقت. اتاق زیر شیربونی. Sarah, Becky, Ermengarde, and Miss Minchin. Tea with Princess Sarah. Oh, please, Miss Minchin, cried Ermengarde. It was my cake from home. We are only having a party. Go back to your room, Ermengarde, Miss Minchin said coldly, and take these things with you. Said coldly یعنی خیلی بی احساس. سرد منظورش سرمایه احساسه. و این چیزات هم با خودت ببر. And tomorrow, she looked at Sarah. There is no breakfast, no dinner, and no tea for you. Remember that. Soon, the attics were quiet again. Tired and hungry, the two servant girls went to sleep. But after an hour or two, Sarah opened her eyes. Was it a noise from the window, perhaps? شاید صدا از پنجره بود. Something is different, Sarah whispered. یه چیزی فرق کرده. What is it? She sat up in bed and looked around the room. دور و بر اتاق نگاه کرد. She looked again and again, and her eyes were very big. چشاش گشاد شد. The room was different. اتاق فرق کرده بود. Very different. There was a wonderful hot fire. یه آتش داغ محشر. There were new warm blankets on her bed. یه پتوی گرم جدید رو تختش بود. And beautiful pictures on the walls. و عکسای جدید رو دیوار. Sarah slowly got out of bed. Is this a dream? این یه خوابه. She said. Dream هم به معنی رویاست هم به معنی خواب. Where did all these things come from? کجا اومدن اینا؟ She put out her hand to the fire. Put out. دستاشو دراز کرد به سمت آتیش. No, it's not a dream. نه خواب نیست. The fire is hot. I can feel it. And oh, look at the table. There was a red cloth on the table. And cups and plates. Cloth یعنی دستمال. Clothes به معنی لباس es در آخرش. Clothes. Cloth به معنی دستمال. بشقاب و فنجون. There was hot tea and wonderful things to eat. چیزای عالی. محشر برای خوردن. Hot meat. Pies and sandwiches and cake. Oranges and apples. Sarah ran to Becky's room. Becky, she whispered. Come quickly. The magic is here again. Come and look. When Becky saw the room, she could not speak at first. Then she said, Oh, miss, what is it? How did all these things get here? چطور همه این چیزا اومدن اینجا؟ I don't know, said Sarah. It's magic. At first I thought it was a dream, but it is not. Look. These pies are hot. این شیرینی‌ها داغن. Let's eat them. Let us. بیا بخوریمشون. Let us. Let's. Hot meat pies aren't a dream. شیرینی پای گوشت رویا نیست. They sat down by the fire and ate and drank. خوردن و نوشیدن. Oh, these pies were good, miss, Becky said. And the tea and the cake. I don't understand magic, but I like it. Sarah looked round the room. Look round. دور اتاق نگاه کرد. Oh, Becky, look. There are some books too. کتابهایی هم هست. I didn't see them before. قبلا ندیده بودمشون. She ran to look at them and opened the top book. کتاب رویه رو باز کرد. There is some writing here. یه نوشته اینجاست. Listen. It says, to the little girl in the attic. دختر کوچیکه به دختر کوچیکه اتاق زیر شیربونی. From a friend. از یه دوست. Oh, Becky. Sarah closed the book and looked up. بالا رو نگاه کرد. I have a friend, Becky, she said slowly. Someone is my friend. The next morning, Becky met Sarah in the kitchen. Oh, miss, she whispered. Was the magic there this morning? جادو هنوزم صبح اونجا بود. Or did it go away in the night? یا همون شبونه رفت. No, it's still there. نه هنوز اونجاست. Sarah whispered back. Whispered back یعنی به خودش نجوا کرد. برگردون دوباره گفت. I ate some cold meat pie for breakfast and the fire was still warm. Becky laughed happily. Oh my, she said. Oh my is kind of oh my God. Miss Minchin could not understand it. When Sarah came into the schoolroom, she looked happy and well. خوب و خوشحال به نظر می رسید. Miss Minchin wanted to see a white and happy face and eyes red from crying و چشمهایی قرمز سرخ از گریه. How can that child smile? She thought angrily. با عصبانیت فکر کرد چطور میتونه بخنده. But of course she did not know about the magic. And the magic did not go away. Every evening when Sarah went up to bed, she found new things in the attic. There were more warm blankets for her and for Becky. There were pictures on the walls. There were books, new shoes, and a winter coat. And best of all, بهتر از همشون, there was always a fire and a wonderful hot dinner on the table. But where does it all come from? ولی همه اینا کجا میان؟ Becky said one night when they sat by the fire. By the fire means beside, before the fire, کنار آتش. Who does it, miss? کی این کارو میکنه؟ A friend does it. یه دوستی این کارو میکنه. Sarah said. A kind, wonderful friend, but he doesn't want us to know his name. They began to look at one of the new books, and then Becky looked up. Oh, miss, she whispered, there is something at the window. What is it? یه چیزی رو پنجره است. Sarah got up to look. بلند شد که ببینه. It's the monkey, she said. The monkey from next door. میمون همسایه. She opened the window and the monkey jumped down into her arms. و میمون پرید تو بغلش پایین. Oh, you poor little thing. Poor little thing یه جور قربون صدقه رفتنه. چیز کوچولو. poor اینجا معنی بدبخت نیست. مثلا میمونه بیچاره کوچولو یه همچین چیزی. حالا ما خیلی اینجوری حرف نمیزنیم. Sarah said you're so cold. یادتون باشه زبان یه فرهنگه. شما کلمه کلمه همیشه نمیتونید ترجمه بکنید. کتابایی که میخونید اگر کتاب خون باشید یا فیلمایی که میبینید ترجمه خوب ترجمه یه که به فرهنگ شما ترجمه شده باشه نه الزاما فقط کلمه کلمه به زبان شما. Becky was No. Yes. Becky was very interested. خیلی علاقمند بود. I never saw a monkey before. قبلا میمون ندیدم, she said. He's not very beautiful, miss. What are you going to do with him? خواهی باید چیکار کنی؟ It's very late now. خیلی دیره, said Sarah. You can stay in my room tonight and I can take him home in the morning. صبح میبرمش خونه. Chapter 6 Lost and Found. گم شده و پیدا شده. The next morning, the first visitor to the house next door was Mr. Carmichael, back from Russia. But when he came into the house, back from Russia یعنی برگشته از روسیه. If you remember, he had gone to Russia. رفته بود روسیه اگه یادتون باشه. دنبال سارا. But when he came into the house, his face was sad. Mr. Carrisford knew the answer at once. همون موقع جواب فهمید. You didn't find her, he said. I found her, Mr. Carmichael said. But it was the wrong girl. ولی یه دختر دیگه ای بود. The wrong girl یعنی اون دختره نبود. Her name is Emily Carew. And she's much younger than Ralph Crew's daughter. I'm very sorry. We must begin again, said Mr. Carrisford unhappily. But there. It's 2 years now. 2 years. Well, she isn't at a school in Paris. We know that, Mr. Carmichael said. Let's look at schools in England now. Yes, said Mr. Carrisford. Yes, we can begin in London. There is a school next door, Carmichael. Perhaps it was the magic again. But at the moment Ram Dass came quietly into the room. The little servant girl from the attic is here, he said to Mr. Carrisford. With the monkey. He ran away again. دوباره فرار کرد. Last night to her room. Would you like to see her? دوست داری ببینیش؟ مایلی ببینیش؟ Would you like فرقش با do you like چیه؟ Would you like یعنی الان یه بار. Do you like یعنی کلن دوست داری ببینیش. کلن present simple فکت و روتینه دیگه. برای یه بار نیست. وقتی میگه would you like یعنی الان میخوای ببینیش. مایلی الان ببینیش. Do you like to see her یعنی کلن دوست داری ببینیش. Yes, said Mr. Carrisford. Yes, I would. آره دوست دارم. Bring her in. بیارش داخل. And so Sarah came into the room and stood in front of the Indian gentleman. She smiled at him. ایستاد جلوی مرد موقر. Gentleman. مرد با کلاس. مرد آرام. Your monkey came to my room last night, she said, and I took him in. بردمش داخل because it was so cold. Mr. Carrisford watched her face with interest. با علاقه به صورتش نگاه کرد. That was kind of you. این از لطف شماست. That was kind of you, he said. Sarah looked at Ramdas by the door. سارا به رامدس کنار در نگاه کرد. Shall I give him to the Lasker? بدمش به لسکار؟ Shall I? Shall همون ویل برای I و V. How do you know he's a Lasker? said Mr. Carrisford. Oh, I know Laskers, Sarah said. I was born in India. من درجه دارا سربازای هندی رو میشناسم. من تو هند دنیا آمدم. Mr. Carrisford sat up suddenly. بلند شد. یهو. نشست. انگار درازکش بوده نشسته. In India, he said. هندوستان. But you're a servant at the school next to. ولی تو یه خدمتکاری تو مدرسه بغلی. Yes, I am now. آره الان هستم. said Sarah. But I wasn't at first. ولی اولش نبودم. The Indian gentleman looked at Mr. Carmichael and then Mr. Carmichael looked at Sarah. What do you mean by at first, child? He asked. منظورت چیه؟ اولش. بچه. When father first took me to the school. وقتی که پدرم اول آورد من مدرسه. Where is your father? said Mr. Carmichael. He died, said Sarah very quietly. خیلی آروم گفت مرد. His friend ran away with all his money. دوستش با پولش فرار کرد. And there was no money for me. و پولی برای من نبود. There was nobody to take care of me. هیچ کس نبود که ازم مراقبت کنه. So, Miss Minchin put me in the attic and said I must work for my bread. منو گذاشت تو اتاق زیر شیروانی و گفت برای کارم برای نونم برای غذام باید کار کنم. The Indian gentleman moved in his chair. تو صندلیش تکون خورد. What? What was your father's name? اصلا پدرت چی بود؟ He said, Tell me. Sarah looked at him sadly. Rolf Crew, she said. He died in India from a fever. از تب مرد تو هندوستان 2 years ago. Mr. Carrisford's face went very white. صورتش سفید شد. Carmichael, he whispered. It is the child. The child. این همون بچه است. The child یعنی اون بچه مشخص. That was an exciting day for many people. روز هیجان انگیزی بود برای خیلی از مردم. At first, poor Sarah did not understand. اولش سارای بیچاره نفهمید. But Mr. Carmichael talked to her quietly and told her everything. Quietly اینجا منظورش اینه که به آرومی. The true story about her father's friend and the diamond mines. داستان واقعی در مورد دوست پدرش و معدن الماس. And the 2 hours of looking for Rolf Crew's daughter. و 2 سالی که دنبال دختر کرو گشتن. فکر کنم years بود نشد hours. And all the time, she said later to Mr. Carrisford, when they sat by his fire, I was in the house next door. و تمام این زمان بعداً گفتش به آقای کاریسفورد که من همسایه بغلیتون بودم. Tom Carrisford took her hand. دستشو گرفت. Yes, he said. And you're never going back there. و هرگز دیگه اونجا برنمیگردی. Your home is with me now. I'm going to take care of Rolf's little میسوز اسم بود که باباش بهش میگفت میسوز کوچولو. Sarah laughed happily and you were the friend too. و تو دوست بودی همینطور تو دوست هم بودی. All those beautiful things in my attic came from you. همه اون چیزای قشنگ از طرف تو بود. You and Ramdas. Becky and I thought it was magic. تو و رمداس. من و بکی فکر میکردیم که این جادو بود. And the Indian gentleman smiled at her. Smiled at, not smiled to. Smiled at. We were sorry for you, he said. Ramdas can move very quietly. رنداس میتونه خیلی آروم حرکت بکنه. And he carried the things across the roof when you were out. و اون چیزا رو از پشت بوم می آورد وقتی بیرون بودی. I couldn't find Rolf's daughter, but I wanted to help somebody. And then Ramdas told me about this sad, lonely little servant girl in the attic next door. Lonely یعنی alone. فرقش اینه که alone یعنی تنها که میتونه جذابم باشه، میتونه مثلا من الان تو اتاق تنها. lonely یعنی انزوا، یعنی تنهایی ملالت آور، آزاردهنده. And so the story ended happily for everybody, but not for Miss Minchin. Sarah was very rich now, and Miss Minchin wanted her to come back to the school. She came to see Master Carrisford, but he said some very angry things to her. اون رفت که آقای کریسفورد رو ببینه، ولی اون چیزای حرفای خیلی عصبانی خشمگینی بهش زد. And she went away with a red face. و صورتش سرخ شد و رفت دنبال کارش. Becky came to live in Master Carrisford's house too. She was Sarah's servant. And she was very happy. Becky هم اومد پیش سارا. She had a warm room, nice dresses, and good things to eat every day. And she loved Sarah very much. Ermengarde often came to visit Sarah, and Sarah helped her with her school lessons again. Ermengarde was not clever, but she was a true friend. یه دوست واقعی بود. On that first day, in the Indian gentleman's house, Sarah wrote a letter to her, and Ermengarde carried the letter into the schoolroom. اون روز اول توی خونه هندیه سارا یه نامه‌ای نوشت به ارمنگارد و اون نامه رو برد تو اتاق مدرسه. There were diamond mines. معادن الماس وجود داشت. She told Lavinia and the other girls. به لاوینیا و بقیه گفت. There were millions and millions of diamonds in the mines, and half of them are Sarah's. میلیون الماس توی معادن بود و نصف اونا مال ساراست. Half of them are Sarah's. نصفشون مال ساراست. And they were her diamonds all the time. و همیشه دایموندای اون الماسای اون بودن. Then he was cold and hungry in the attic. وقتی که اون سردش بود و گرسنه بود اتاق زیر شیروانی. And she was a princess then. پس اون شاهزاده خانم بوده. And she's a princess now. و الان هم شاهزاده خانومه. That's a great story. That's one of masterpiece of literature. این یکی از شاهکارهای ادبیاته. امیدوارم که داستانا رو با من بخونید، خودتون بخونید، کتاب بخونید و هم از خوندن داستان لذت ببرید و هم انگلیسیتون رو هر روز بهتر و بهتر بکنید. متشکرم که در طول این داستانا همراه من هستید. مواظب خودتون باشید تا داستان بعدی. Take care. Be safe.